Get out of here.
Eat.
Get out of here. Get out of here. I can't select that. There we go. Get out of here. There
There's a lot of get out of here going on.
That's cleaning up a map.
Okay.
Yeah, just no particular reason. Can I just get like an order of marching?
One whole marching order.
Did I not? I could have swore I fucking. God damn it! I didn't do a thing. God damn it! I thought I did that last time. What the fuck?
Which way is she looking off to? Like over here, over here, over there, over there, over there. So kind of where we came from, but off to the side.
So 30-foot radius on Pass Without Trace.
Mm-hmm.
And Rose is wherever Ruhan is placed, which I don't know where he would be. Would he be like?
I noticed he does veer off right a bit, so at least in that general vicinity.
And usually he'll have Witchstalker covering the other.
So if Witchstalker sweep far out somewhere, I would say you guys are not that close here. You guys are probably like further back, so like there or so. Yeah. And he doesn't want anyone to line up for like a beam or a cone attack.
Oy.
So I guess you're there. Abigail, Varric. I think Varric is probably the best of you guys pushing through us with the secret training and the roll. So yeah, Abigail's over there. Maybe a bit closer. Catalina is looking off this way.
See, I don't want to ask her what's up, because then she'll probably just shoot. No, I'm just gonna be ready for with a bow in hand and try to see what she might be looking at. With disadvantage.
Roll perception.
So, anyways.
You look over there wondering what she's looking at, and you don't see anything. Which probably just sets you more concernedly off.
Just gonna real quick do one of these, because I forgot I have spell slots missing.
That's crazy.
What? You're not a warlock? You don't just get automatic free spell slots? That's crazy.
That's just wild. That's crazy. So, she doesn't say anything. She just sort of looks off that way.
I think Race would stay still looking for a cue. His old walkabout instincts telling him to be still. Probably holding his breath too.
Just pretty solid. It's crazy. She eventually stops looking there. I say stops looking there. Moreover, she turns her head away but keeps her eyes locked on a certain spot. Then it finally takes her eyes off of it and then looks at you guys. We are being pursued. But they're either leading us somewhere, which I highly doubt, or they're smart enough not to attack.
Any idea what these things, what they are?
Or how many?
I know they're humanoid. I know they're invisible. It matters not. Can you guys all roll me a perception?
So anyways.
There we go. It took a bit.
Nice, nice. So, you guys are situated in a sweeping, well, not in, but adjacent to a sweeping, not ravine, gulch. There we go, that's the term, gulch. Surrounded by flora, no fauna, thank goodness. Or, I guess, whatever. And tall, standing ancient trees that stretch into the sky. At roughly the same time, impressively so, the tree next to Catalina begins cracking, just sort of like bark being cracked open, stretched, broken, so on. It's so quietly imperceivable amidst all the wind flowing through the place, the general shambling of the branches around all over the place. But you and Catalina catch its source, which is, say, right next to her. You see a face appear. Or I say a face. I guess it's a face. It's a facial area, I guess. And then a body sort of gets shaped into it. Like watching the barks surge forward and outward. Sort of like a old school cartoon, like Looney Tunes or something. Like watching someone get dented into a surface. Except this would be the other side of them. Or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Weirdly good description for that, actually.
I was talking to a buddy of mine about, like, yeah, you could do Lovecraftian description. You could go Matt Mercer, make yourself sound really cool and flowery. Or do what I do and just use memes and imagery because it's, first off, it's faster. Secondly, it's more efficient and effective. And here's one such time. So yeah, it's sort of like SpongeBob bursting through the metal wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't play that, actually.
That's good CGI effect, by the way. You're probably fine for that. For a 5-second clip, you're probably fine.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so it's sort of like SpongeBob bursting through that metal wall midway. You watch the old bark of this tree push outward in the shape of a person. An armored figure. Like a plated, helmeted, armored figure. So, I'm just gonna... Actually, yeah, I'll do like a sketch. Freehand. So we got rock. That's a rock. Pretty awesome.
Definitely
rock.
Just a rock, not a... Anyways.
It's a nice rock.
That's a nice boulder.
That's a nice boulder. I like that boulder. And now it's the shape of a puppy.
Yay!
Nope. Oh no! Now it's a
quadcopter.
Yeah, I was gonna say now it's the Marvel Avengers thing. and now it's I don't know, a turtle.
Without a shell.
Anyways, it's having a bad day. Then you got a big
I feel you, buddy.
tree.
I feel you.
Big tree. Oh, my bad. I totally forgot. I actually that's what feels bad. I actually forgot about the our boy, our red beret.
The man, the myth, the tiny legend.
It's okay. It doesn't matter what he rolls at this point with these counter rolls. But anyways, so yeah. Now that I've given you guys a lovely rendition of a turtle taking a big poop, I can continue on with the story. Out emerging from this ancient old tree, cracks out a knight. I didn't put the tree on the right layer. Whoops. There you go. Tree with... It's a tree. It's a tree. I am the best artist in the world.
What
I think
is that?
Race would react by sort of dropping low and almost going down on all fours and just sort of assuming a more defensive posture, ready to react if something happens.
Catalina is just like Slav squatting on this rock essentially, and she doesn't even like bat an eye at him. She just looks at him as he emerges. Oh, fantastic!
So I'm guessing
The
not
knight-
an immediate problem.
The knight looks at her, looks at you who just spoke, and looks out in the direction she was just looking. He looks back at her. Young Lady Tavish, would thou require an immediate exit? She just sort of depresses at thou'st.
That was. He's a.
She looks at
proper
you
knight.
guys.
Huh.
We could use a trailbreaker, Sir Knight. Then please. He just gestures at the person-sized, in the shape of a plated armored figure, hole he just made. It's like some Junji Ito shit. This hole was made for me. No, it's more of a made by you, but yeah. Then please, follow myself.
I looked to Abigail.
Actually,
and, like,
no. Enter first. I will keep watch.
I looked at Abigail and mouthed the word "what" or "who."
Does that
I
make a
should say.
message?
I think she does. Yeah, no, she mentioned us in the past. Yeah, when we were talking to Losha.
You're right. She messages you, and she dutifully informs you. That is a Knight of the Green.
Shiver, yes.
Roll your background info.
Would I have disadvantage on that? I'm assuming I do.
You do.
Exhaustion.
Consider it. It's like studying before a big test.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Blank
1 plus 8
Blank
equals MC squared.
No, she just has this blank look, and it's like, I'm assuming not a threat then. That's
No.
probably more than 6 words.
Please enter to my hold.
Okay, thank God he said hold.
Enter my hole. Is that
Yeah,
what
exactly.
you're doing?
I mean, to be fair, you could actually genuinely say that, because there is a hole that we were entering, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it is his. Yeah, he made it. Yeah, you're right.
Damn. Look,
Yeah, I'll start making my way up, and looking at this knight, does it ring any bells? Any stories?
Your background info.
Let's see.
Also, I just assumed 14. I didn't get anything.
You did, but
Vague.
it's just up to you if you wanted it. So I just gave it. Like, I let you. It's like if you didn't want it, then whatever.
Nah, it just felt low that it's like, maybe she's heard vaguely of it, but not like any relative information.
Fair.
Yeah. Also, she's fucking tired. So she's just like,
Understandable.
I can't think.
So, Ray's Knight of the Green is one way to refer to them. They're also called, more colloquially or simply, Green Knights of the Woods. But they mean the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
They are Knights of a Forest. So it's not too surprising that you're in a massive Feywild forest. There's a Knight of the Woods here. They are fairies. They are sheep. So they are that sort of higher classification of fairies, if we want to go by that sort of I say logic. Actually, there's another picture I might use from a later point. This is his lounging armor.
This is my casual
Lounging armor, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, they are chivalrous. They are honorable. They don't often do anything in the mortal realm save for mortal, like knightly figures, but the Jag expenses ever have knights. don't get me wrong, there's some hobgoblin tribes that have chivalrous notions, even if they are a bit more military or militarily advantageous tactically, and so are people. So there is a little bit of extension, I guess you would say, to them.
Code of honor, yeah.
But you understand the concept at the very least. You know, I think O would describe them natural law.
Yeah.
Natural code of honor that, like, you just are sort of ingrained with as a societal creature. Yeah, like there is some equivalence there for the Jagged Expanse.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So I think
he is a knight and he is a fairy. He's a fae.
knowing that, I think Reyes would sort of adapt to the same behavior he would use when interacting with hobgoblins, I think. So as he's making his way toward this manhole, he would he'd
That's actually pretty good.
Manhole is a thing. Used to cover sewers.
Yeah, no, it is
Put
a
that
thing. That's
way.
what I'm saying. Is it'd be pretty good.
yeah. He would offer like a salute that he's seen hobgoblins do, and sort of silently signal respect.
Ah, it is good company you keep, young Lady Tavish. I suppose. Hurry up and get in.
I hurry up and get in.
It's like Witch Stalker don't trust like that, but he also don't trust what's over there.
Can Witch Stalker even fit in the hole, or is he gonna like?
Yeah, well, actually, yeah, funny you said. As you guys are climbing in through the hole, it eventually gets to Witch Stalker. So, and then, oh,
To a skull.
you're right. It requires more width. He just claps his hands together and just sort of like, almost like pulling, like trying to tear a sheet of paper, but not like ripping it, like pulling, tearing a sheet of paper. He just sort of slowly, it takes like a little bit of resistance at first, and then it just, like just pops, just, and the man-sized hole that he, literal man-shaped hole that he emerged through just cracks open to be actually a wooden archway, decorated with not a reef. What's that term?
Like the little
a
ring
branch
of plants.
Not a ring of well, sort of a ring of plants. It is a relief, not like a bas relief. I'm not H.P. Lovecraft, but like a relief formed of interweaving vines, sort of like grapevines. Witch Stalker doesn't say anything. Shit's weak. Whatever. Dirty fucking fae. But he does step through. The red cap does get to the knight, and the knight just actually holds out head. No, not you. What the fuck? I'm with them. No red cap is truly with anyone. First, I'm a red beret, you racist fuck. Secondly, you're right. Third, that don't matter right now. He just looks over at Catalina. They both look at Catalina. Take him with us. It's not like we can't just kill him if he acts up. Wait. Very well. He uplifts his arm and hand. Proceed through. Red cap. Gray. Further, what's on your fucking head? And then Red Bird goes through. So, you guys step through and enter not a tree. It's not a tree at all, actually, funnily enough. Let's change the music. Musique. I should be la musique. Whatever. Let's see, what would fit for an... Oh, of course. No, never mind. I know immediately what to play. Oh, it's only a minute long?
Man of War, power of thy sword.
Okay, maybe. What about this? Okay, this is a bit too happy.
We're not allowed happiness crush.
Not to that degree.
Okay, fair enough. It's like some Animal Crossing shit.
So,
oh my god.
Yes.
this is called Quest for Honor, and there's a character you get in Pyre whose name is Knight Gilman, and this is his music. And he is one of the most wholesome and base motherfuckers in the whole game. Don't get me wrong, they're all great. But he literally is like, it's like he's just like, I'm here for the cause, boss! Send me out! He's literally a fucking eel. Like the size of like your arm. With like a big eyeball.
But it's got
he's
the
very
heart
wholesome.
of a giant.
He's got the heart of a giant.
He's so good,
Oh,
and I
it's not
still
very
feel
good
bad
then.
that I left him behind.
You left him behind?
I liked everyone else more!
You're
He showed up
fucked
so late! He showed up really late! Come on!
You sent fucking Sandalwood back? Fuck him. Fuck Sandalwood, dude. He can watch his puns from afar.
Ugh. Look at this man's. Look at this little man's.
Yeah.
Oh, he is so cute.
He's
Yeah.
adorable, it's lovely.
He also gets a heart, like a heart eyeball thing, if you do something that he likes.
Oh. Garth, how did you leave him behind?
Don't go trip me!
Did you lose any rights? That's that first stuff. You lose any?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay,
I was like, you really should be able to send everyone back except like 2.
so what happened was
You
I
lose.
failed the last one to let the big bad evil guy go in, and then he has like a
Fuck
change
him.
of heart and sends your narrator person in instead.
Fuck him. He had his time, and I was an asshole. Now it's his fault.
He
no
ruined
one
it
else
for
is doing
everyone, but also like,
I ain't turning the other cheek for the cunt. Anyways. Also, I had to get through because I had the orb. Alright? I'm living for 2. What's he doing? Living for 0.5.
0.5.
Anyways. So, you guys enter through this tree-stride portal, essentially, because you guys are on his land. So he actually can just sort of do that to trees in his vicinity as a Green Knight of the Woods, or Knight of the Green, however you want to call him. As you guys cross through, you guys don't enter into a actual tree, contrary to what you might think. You enter into a, actually no. I mean, I know Kirsty's really familiar with this sort of stuff, but yeah, you guys enter into what is equivalent to a old like a chapel, like an old monastery chapel out in like a lost countryside somewhere.
Ah, I know exactly what this is.
Yeah, so it's rather simply shaped. Only 2 wings, which probably have only a couple rooms aside from the main room itself. It does have a second floor, you think, so on and so forth. But you guys enter in basically, which is on the altar, so to speak, behind the pedestal from which a priest might read from. There are pews in this congregation space, though they're not aplenty, nor are they set up in a way to orient themselves towards the altar itself. Instead, they are, it's a good rendition of it. It has that buttressing onto the side. This actually had a architectural purpose. Tell you about it later. But anyways, maybe not. Don't care that much. Anyways, the pews themselves are pushed off to the sides of the room, towards the walls themselves, in betwixt the out-pushed pillars of the room. There are stained glass windows from which bright light, even in this twilight area, smoky twilight area, in fairness, but this twilight area, it becomes brighter when they look through. To you, Rose, it does remind you of where you went after you talked to Kyra Tavish, to a degree. Just chapel aesthetic and iconography, and this stained glass windows, don't get me wrong, are pretty common in provincial religious culture, but the way that these are set up, knights often are seen as the vestiges of an orderly civilized force.
Yeah.
So you feel probably a good bit comfortable here.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I think noticing the stained glass is definitely something that would push that. She also wants to see if there's like a story going with them, because churches, if they have like stained glass and stuff, usually it'll have like some.
We'll get to that shortly. This is just your first glimpse into the room.
Yeah, just looking at it, it's like. Ooh,
I'll do like a really shite diagram, like not to scale at all, but just something so we have reference. So we have the main room itself. There are wings. Oh, that was not it. Yeah. So there, you guys would be. I'll do like a different color. You guys basically popped out this way. So that would mean, thusly, the altar space is sort of like.
It kind of looks like the head of a Transformer.
You're right.
Oh, it's Optimus. it's. I can't make it work. Never mind. I was trying to think of like combining Optimus Prime with Jesus.
Along those not
Optimus Christ. There it is.
I was gonna say Optimus Christ.
Christ.
There is a double iron reinforced door. The windows would be. I just don't get me wrong. There's definitely green in those windows, but I'll just use teal just for coloration's sake. There you go. So there you go. So you guys enter in. Catalina and the Knight of the Green follow right behind you, but you guys are not alone in this chapel. There's one other person here.
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder. I don't know, Kirsty, what do they look like?
Well.
Well, you could just drop the token.
Well, hey.
I could. I'll do that
If
too.
you work on it,
I
That
did.
will
definitely.
probably require further description beyond the token.
That's fine. I wrote out a paragraph so I don't just mumble through
Oh,
Hey, perfect.
descriptions like I
Smart.
normally do.
Smart.
Yeah, so let me.
Come on, omnipotent Mildred, what do they look like?
Well,
If your character's name is
Actually, wait a minute. Did I actually make this to scale? Wait, I think I actually did make this to scale.
Give Mildred a second to find the
Wait, I
screenshot.
think I actually did make this to scale. Holy shit! Wait.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe it might be a little bit too small, but it should be roughly to scale.
Nice.
Because that's the thing. This place isn't huge. Like, to you, Rose, you have 100% seen massive monastery. Hell, even Drift River's Bay has bigger shit than this.
Yeah.
But you don't get the feeling that's what it's meant for. It's not meant to be ornate or immensely decorative. It's meant to be a shelter of the faithful.
Yeah.
In the
In
woods.
like a. Yeah, exactly.
Also, this is bugging me.
Off in the world somewhere. What's bug?
This is bugging me. That there's like a gap of one space and a gap of two space.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I did notice that.
I think no.
You
I
can
was gonna
maybe
say I
move
think it
into one,
kind of
and it could just
works
be right against
though,
the wall.
to have like a grandeur kind of feel. Okay. Are there chandeliers?
No. There is one candelabra in the middle of the room, which glows with what's filled with candles of different melted states. They can different melted states that all glow a nice simmering radiant yellow light. There, now it's perfect. Now the spacing's perfect. There we go. We got one's up front and then two in the between. That's perfect.
Insert Fassbender perfection meme.
Hey, leave me alone.
Okay, I shall post my half-finished screenshot anyway.
We love
Sure.
whips. Works in progresses. I'm
Yes,
gonna clarify
yes,
that
yes.
because I
Oh,
don't
I
want
was
it to
like,
be
you
out of
love flip. Are you a
context.
drow?
I was about to say I don't want that out of context. I'm not fucking Zacharias'
late.
girlfriend.
Okay,
We're
so
not there yet, I'm afraid.
that
Maybe-
is.
Maybe
Oh,
next session.
I don't ever have my windows
there we go. So that's just a screenshot.
open. Oh, that's nice. That's quite lovely.
Yeah. So pretty
like the
much,
hairband.
where is my paragraph? Oh, 2 paragraphs actually. Excuse me.
Perfect.
Yeah. So from what you can tell, she has black hair with dark tan skin, freckles over her nose and cheeks. Her hair, sort of tail, looks like it was once in a neat bob but has since outgrown. She has a red sash over her head. Looks like it should be holding her hair back, but is also doing a terrible job of such. Light brown eyes, yada yada yada. Her clothes are loose-fitting and made easy to move in. It's clear that they were made of good material and are not worn out. Her belt is laced with knives, and she has 2 swords strapped to her right side. She also has a backpack that is absolutely stuffed to capacity. And if she's sitting in one of the pews, I imagine it's probably just like down between her legs or something, like on the floor. She's probably just like sort of looking about, kind of, just sort of curiously. She's always got this little sort of small smile on her face as well. And yeah, she looks really young too. That like early 20s, late teens, we'd say at first glance, maybe.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess she'll sort of catch sight of you guys coming in. Or rather, it's this little black line here. Is that a wall or?
This is the elevation to the altar itself.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's like there's a
Yeah,
little
so she'll-
staircase going
she'll-
to pedestal. Sorry.
Yeah, so where would she be? I'll just drag a token on. Where would she be? Like here, I guess?
The pews are off to the again, pressed against the wall in between. The quote unquote pillars would be like just not terribly thick. Like they're really. I mean, I can just draw them on the map. That'd probably help, right?
Maybe a smidge.
Yeah.
How big are? Well, I guess it depends on what kind of church it is. They would probably be really small pews. Actually, if they're going across here, it'd be fine.
Well, the pews again, they're in between these pillars, so they're pretty
So she'd be
large.
like, yeah, so she'd be like there then or something.
Because pews don't have armrests and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So that's why they suck.
I mean, the ones at the churches I were at, they were larger, so they actually did occasionally put like little armrest things.
Wait,
but then you just
really?
had everyone
Wow.
fighting over like who gets a sit.
Yeah,
next
they'd
to
be
the
like, I
armrest.
was like, I fucking want that seat.
It's like it encouraged you to get there early so that you could actually like have a comfortable
Mhm,
seat, or at least for half your body. But then it's also like
No
a
seat for
fucking
you.
wooden thing with basically no cushion, so it's just like,
Oh,
cool.
yeah, I remember that. Easter service every year at school sucked.
It's so great.
Oh yeah.
You like having a spine? Too bad.
Oh, spine for you.
But, oh,
Meanwhile, Crash is over here like, I don't know what the fuck you're on about. Anyways.
I have a rough idea because again, the place I did my state AP testing was a church.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
oh yeah.
We didn't had to sit in the pews, thank God, but we did use their amphitheater, and then we had like those default tasks like foldable tables and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we did get to look into their general congregation area, and I was like, oh, how magnificent! All right, now to go suffer. God, hey, it's me, your boy. I know I've done a lot of bad things in my time. I blame you for that. No offense, but and then I pray for. It depends on which AP test. What for a good number of them, I prayed for justice, but then for some of them, I prayed for mercy. And then for one of them, I prayed for sweet, sweet death and deliverance to get this over with already. Yeah, he didn't really fulfill me on that one. What a shame.
Womp womp. God
So,
works
yeah.
in mysterious ways, and today he decided not to work at all.
So, as you guys enter past the portal into this room, the portal itself does close behind you, revealing a rather simple, not overgrown like the rest of the cobbles of this church, just a wall. Just a wall. Just a cobblestone wall. That's it.
Nifty.
He like
Okay.
moves that in front. And he begins sort of shouting his noble voice echoing, bouncing off the walls, because that is sort of what a church is meant for, right? Acoustic.
Yeah.
He begins shouting, Miss Ori! Young Miss Ori! Oh, there you are.
Oh, hello. What are these? Have you brought friends? Are they friends? Oh, it'd be so exciting.
He looks at the red beret.
Just comes running up.
Mostly. How have you been? Has anything happened while in my absence?
Really, I thought I saw a mouse earlier, but you don't get mice here in the Feywilds, do you? Maybe there's something else.
Oh.
So,
I was going to chase it, but it got away.
He goes over to you and leans down because he's like, yeah, this knight is like 7 foot tall.
It's a big motherfucker.
Like he's not like he is 100% not a normal human. Even if he were like, you find a guy in the Feywild, you shouldn't trust him like that anyways. But he's not a normal height guy. So I guess he's as tall as Ruhan and Ray's. Wow, that's crazy. Whatever.
Hey, you can look you
Yes,
guys. in
yeah.
the
He
eyes.
goes
Nice.
over and leans down. Or no, how tall is Ori? Actually, that's a good question. How tall is he?
5'8".
5'8"?
Bog standard.
Okay. Okay. So if he takes a knee, he'd be like way too short then.